28 became 27, 27 became 26, 26 then went back up to 27, and now we are back at the original 28 as Steve Clarke has announced that Lewis Morgan is going to be in the Scotland squad. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. We've had injuries to players. We've had players getting called up. Lyndon Dykes and Ben Doak, both unavailable, both out the squad. Yesterday, we got Tommy Conway being added to the team. Today, we get Lewis Morgan. So, I mean, it makes sense. Lewis Morgan called up to the Scotland squad. He is 27 years old, playing for the New York Red Bulls. Now, obviously, since Lewis Morgan has left Scotland, haven't really been keeping an eye on his career. But I believe he is doing pretty well. I think he's been performing decently in America. But again, it is America. After all, how much can we really take from that? It's not the greatest league in the world. He doesn't have European competition. I always view the Major League Soccer as a retirement league. And I think when players go there when they're still in their prime or not even entered their prime, I think it's a nail in the coffin. And we've seen players before for Scotland that have went to the MLS and they've just struggled to get a breakthrough into the Scotland team. I think Ryan Gauld is one of them. If he came back and he was playing regular football in Scotland or in England, who knows, maybe over the years he could have broke into the national team. But I think once you go to the MLS, then I'd say your career is pretty much done. But who knows, Lewis Ferguson, he is now in the Scotland squad. He spent 4 seasons in America now, or maybe coming 5 seasons actually, yeah. So he's played for Inter Miami for 3 seasons and at New York Red Bulls for Inter Miami for 2 seasons, at New York Red Bulls for 3 seasons. I know their league starts at a different time, so that's probably why over here it would be like 4 seasons, but technically he's completed 5 in America because the league starts on a different date. But is he doing okay? Well, for Inter Miami, he made 58 appearances, scored 7 goals, and for New York Red Bulls, he's made 59 appearances, but scored 27 goals. Now, that's a much better return. We're talking almost 1 goal in every 2 games, and that's a lot better than his Inter Miami record. He almost played the same amount of games. He played 1 game less for Inter Miami, but scored 20 less goals. So when you look at it, those numbers are insane. Now, like I said, I can't sit here and say that Lewis Morgan's playing well, or he's doing this, or he's doing that. Haven't seen his Major League Soccer career. Now, for Inter Miami, he could have... Now, I think they're roughly similar in terms of level of teams, and you're playing against the same opposition, so I don't really see why there would be that much of a difference in goals. You could argue for Inter Miami, maybe he was playing wider. Maybe New York Red Bulls are playing him in a more central position. Maybe he's the main man in their team. But to score 20 more goals, despite only playing 1 game more, I mean, that is an insane record. But anyway, Steve Clarke has brought him up, and it makes sense when you think about it. We lost 2 forward players in Lyndon Dykes and Ben Doak, and he's replaced them with 2 forward players, Tommy Conway and now Lewis Morgan. And I think the big question is now, who is going to be left out? Only 26 players can go to Germany. Steve Clarke currently has 28. It would be a bit strange, in my opinion, if he brings in Lewis Morgan and he brings in Tommy Conway to replace strikers, to replace attacking options, only to cut them. So I actually think that Lewis Morgan and Tommy Conway, unless they really don't perform in training, I think they will be in the team, or else I doubt he would have called them up. If he didn't intend on taking more attacking options, then I don't think he would have just called them up in the first place. So he's got 2 players to cut. I believe Morgan will be in the team. I believe that Tommy Conway will be in the team. I think you've got to look at a goalkeeping option. There's no reason to take 3 goalkeepers. I mean, there's no reason to take 4. You could argue that you don't even need 3. If you look at most teams in the Euros will not go through more than 1. Most teams will only have 1 goalkeeper. When was the last time in the Euros the third choice keeper actually played? When is that? It probably happens rare. It's a rare thing to happen, so there's no need to take 4. I mean, I guess the only advantage of taking 4 is if he, in training, I guess he can have goalkeepers pair up with each other. That's like the only reason you would take 4. But other than that, I mean, there's just no need. So I think one of the goalkeepers will be cut, and then probably I just think Ryan Jack. I'm just looking at Ryan Jack. He's not played for Rangers. He's been injured. I'm not convinced that he'll be picked for Scotland. It's not a quality thing. I just don't think he'll be picked because we haven't seen enough from him. So, yeah, I think that it will be Liam Kelly and Ryan Jack that drop out. But we will, I guess, get Steve Clarke's decision soon. We've got the game against Finland to get through first before that. And then we'll find out the 26th that will go to Germany. But look, Lewis Morgan in the Scotland team, I thought he was good when he was in Scotland, and he obviously went on loan to St Mirren. He was initially at St Mirren, got signed to Celtic, went on loan to St Mirren. Just at Celtic, it didn't really work for him. He didn't really get the game time. Who knows? Could he have broke into the first team? Could he have been a good player for Celtic had he got more opportunities? Potentially, it didn't happen. He appears to be playing well in America. Good luck to him, and I hope that he can play well for Scotland. So, yeah, we'll see. Lewis Morgan, I suspect, will be part of the 26-man squad. Whether or not, though, he actually makes an appearance for Scotland at the Euros, that's going to be another question, because I think there's a lot of players in front of him. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, that's it. Lewis Morgan is in, and as we know, Lyndon Dykes and Ben Doak are out. Till next time, peace.